I'll be real, I don't want to leave.
I've come back to the UK and it's boring!
More than the flat rent, now to go back to the UK. Fuck.
But when we landed and we were driving through the familiar streets of where I'm from, I didn't feel like it was home.
So I'm back in the UK and I'm already fucking depressed.
And everyone's so rude. Everyone's rushing to get everywhere. I feel like in America it's more slow and chill.
If you couldn't tell already by this absolutely miserable weather, this is what a typical summer's day looks like over here.
Pretty much instantly you notice how much smaller everything is, and I kind of describe it as just feeling pretty cozy.
I've been missing Americans, really.
I haven't had any nice conversations. Not many people walking around London with a smile on their face, even though the sun is shining.
I'm missing the flavours, okay? Us Brits aren't used to flavouring and spices, right? My palate changed.
I miss the sense of adventure. I miss the people. I miss the freedom.
Everywhere you go in the US, it's like a completely different world. And I now understand fully why Americans don't travel anywhere apart from inside the US.
You literally waking up still thinking you're in this amazing, beautiful country where you've just been going around living your best life.
I love the people, I love the culture, I love to wake up in the morning, go for my long walks.
I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone in this great state.
I just want to be allowed in, man. Someone call up Donald. Get us a green card, please.
Right, no one can tell me that one of the worst feelings in the world is coming back to this place after you've been on like a holiday or been away for a while. Back to the UK, boys. Mate, I don't know what it is about this airport, but it's pretty depressing, innit? Like, if you know what I mean, if you're from the UK, you just know that feeling already. Like, go Gatwick and that. Yeah, I'm already thinking about booking a Europe trip for next week. I can't lie. Like, I don't know how long I can stay here, boys. Although, at least the weather ain't even that cold and rainy. Like, it's a bit of sun. That's what you need, mate. A bit of vitamin D.
I've been missing Americans, really. We just had dinner with a couple from Texas who have chance to travel to Romania. And they text us saying, hey guys, we're watching you a couple years. We would love to have you on dinner. And you know what? During this dinner, I felt like I've been again in the United States. You can tell that I kind of advocate and promote Americans. No, it's matching. I don't know why, but I felt really like a home just being with Americans. We got a great dinner. And in the end of the dinner, they give an envelope to my daughter. And it was $100 there. Guys, thank you so much. We'll get the bike for her tomorrow for this money.
3 things I miss about America. Number 1, the weather. Look at this weather. At least it's not raining, I guess. Look how grey it is. Number 2, the people. Everyone's not as nice as they are in Texas. And not only are they not as nice, really miss the accent. Don't like hearing the British accent. I want to hear the Southern American accent. And everyone's so rude. Everyone's rushing to get everywhere. I feel like in America it's more slow and chill. Number 3, the cars. Why can I not see big trucks? It's just taxis and normal cars. It's boring.
3 American things that I miss the most as a Brit. I am a Brit who has spent months in America and now I'm back in the UK. I am having withdrawal symptoms from certain things, mate. Number 3. Okay, look, the flavours. I'm missing the flavours, okay? Us Brits aren't used to flavouring and spices, right? My palate changed. I've come back to the UK and it's boring! Number 2. This next one is no joke, mate, yeah? I've been feeling like I should be standing on street corners, tweaking. I've been needing it. I crave it. And we don't do it in the UK. Crushed ice. I was introduced to crushed ice in America and it's changed my life forever. It's opened a whole different world for me. I need crushed ice. I need it now. Number 1, to tie in nicely with the crushed ice, is the fountain drinks. They just don't hit the same in the UK. I can't describe it. More specifically, Dr. Pepper. There's something about the crushed ice and the fountain drinks in America. I have never tried anything as nice. It's absolutely incredible. Get me back to America now!
I've lived in America for the past year, so what are the first differences I noticed moving back home to England? Pretty much instantly you notice how much smaller everything is, and I kind of describe it as just feeling pretty cozy, but I doubt an American car would even fit down half the roads over here. One big thing that caught me off guard was the amount of different British accents in such a small area, and even in a little town, no one really sounds the same. And then one that's impossible to ignore, just the lack of aircon, especially when it's this hot out.
Yes, everyone, I've got some huge news. As a lot of you know, right now, I'm in America. But due to personal reasons, I'm going to have to be heading home in the next day. Boys, I'm absolutely gutted, as you can tell. But, boys, I've been to California. I've been round San Francisco. I've been to places I could only ever dream of. I've had the time of my life, boys. I'm gutted, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm doing what's right for me. And I've got a few things I need to be sorted out. And, boys, I will be back here soon. One day, come on. The positive side, we've got so much planned. But I also want to say a massive thank you. Literally, this experience has been so much better with you guys. You have made me laugh. You have the jokes and the messages I get are absolutely crazy. And the support and everything, boys. Trust me, nothing ever goes unnoticed, ever. But boys, loads more coming. And yeah, literally, I cannot wait for the future, boys. The future is bright. But boys, once again, I love yous all, and always keep dancing, always keep leaning and bopping, and always keep moving, and always keep exercising, boys. Come on.
So I'm feeling very sad because it is our last night in Texas tonight. We are in a motel. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone in this great state. The hospitality from everyone from start to finish. The hotel staff, the hospitality staff, the Uber drivers, taxi drivers, the people day to day, all of the people online, in all the comments, all the likes, all the well wishes. We have loved our time in Texas. We are looking forward to Louisiana as well, but Texas, you have my heart and I have loved it. Thank you so, so much.
Literally nobody prepares you for this feeling, travelling back from a 2-week American road trip around the south. I got home, was extremely jet lagged, slept for 12 hours straight, woke up from sleeping at home and looked at the bedroom window and was like, flip me, like, where did we stay last night? Like, which city and which state are we in? And like, what type of hotel / motel did we stay in last night? I don't recognise it. And it took me about a minute to realise that I was back in Ireland. That is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. There's no heartbreak like it. You literally waking up still thinking you're in this amazing, beautiful country where you've just been going around living your best life, and only to realise you've woken up in Banbridge. Oh, would break your heart. Break your heart. But talk about first world problems. I am so insanely grateful. I've just had the best 2 weeks of my life ever. And if anybody wants to see some really, really good fun content, you can check out our channel where you can post loads of videos. Our name is Life with Scott and Amy Jane, and we've already uploaded our first video and there's many more to come, so I'm so excited. But yeah, the holiday blues are kicking in.
Right now I'm in Miami, Florida, and I'm flying back to the UK. As you can see, I got my passport in my hand and the people behind me, I need to board my plane. However, I'm gonna land in the UK, book another flight and fly straight back out. You get me though, come with me. Boarding the flight right now to go back to the UK. Fuck.
Americans never leave America. 50% of Americans don't even have passports, and now I completely understand why. I'm back in Texas, and traveling to even a different part of Texas is like traveling to a different part of the world. I'm at Schlitterbahn, a water park, and where we are now was all founded by Germans. So everything has a German reference in this whole town just outside of San Antonio. And that's completely different to where I was in Dallas. And obviously where I've been in Boston, Atlanta, Washington. Everywhere you go in the US, it's like a completely different world. And I now understand fully why Americans don't travel anywhere apart from inside the US. Because you can go anywhere in the US and get a completely different experience depending on which state you're in. I do love being back in Texas though, and this water park was fantastic. Being in a Texan water park was a great experience. Country music was blaring, everyone was super friendly, free Coca-Cola all day, which blew my mind for $20. That would never happen in Europe. Not to mention everything else. I've got something so exciting planned for tomorrow, which I'll share with you more tomorrow. But look at the weather. It's not as hot as what it was in Washington. It's a perfect summer temperature to go to a water park. But I'm so excited to show you what's coming next. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Guys, I've loved being in the USA. I've literally loved everything. I've loved the people. I love the culture. I love waking up in the morning, going for my long walks. And what I love the most, I've loved seeing people's deck chairs on their front of their drive. I've loved seeing people's got swings. Like, people got swings hanging from their tree. Like, I've also loved seeing the basketball hoops. And I'm gonna miss seeing all this stuff. I'm gonna miss it. I know it might sound ridiculous to you, but I'm gonna miss, like, just the lovely palm trees, the massive oak trees, like, even the crows, even the rabbits I'm seeing every morning, and the lizards. I'm gonna miss this all. In the UK, I'm gonna see foxes, I'm gonna see rats, I'm gonna see, like, rodents and pigeons. Oh, pigeons. Oh, but I've loved it. I've absolutely loved this country so much. It's been a pleasure. And also, what I'm gonna miss is are the mailboxes. The mailboxes. I've not seen them. They're not in the UK. And also, just everything about this country I'm gonna miss. But anyway, I've got to go back. I've got to pack, because otherwise I'm gonna miss my flight. But no, hopefully if I miss it, I'm staying. But I'll keep you guys updated on the rest of the day. Honestly, just thank you so much. Thank you. The sun's beaming down on me. Oh, it's been a pleasure. Oh, and also the USA flags. The USA flags. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss seeing them. But you know what? I'll be repping the USA on me. I'll be repping the USA in me. So it's all right, guys. I've got you covered.
After the World Cup, they are going to go back to Europe, park their car, and instinctively think, I wish I could stay inside for this. Because once you get used to drive through life, you don't forget it. Everything is bigger in America. Roads, stores, parking, carts, fridges, portions. You go into Walmart for toothpaste and leave with candles, snacks, a blanket, and somehow patio furniture. In Europe, stores feel more compact, more structured. In America, it feels like space itself is a part of the experience. And then they go back to Europe and think, wait, where is the rest of the aisle? Even food portions change you. A medium drink in America looks like a large everywhere else. And when they go back, they notice it immediately.
Americans, I am severely depressed. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I miss America so friggin' much. I do. Like, I miss it to my core. I've had enough of not being in America. I miss the sense of adventure. I miss the people. I miss the freedom. I miss the never-ending amount of things to do. And I've had it up to here, mate. I just want to be allowed in, man. Someone call up Donald. Get us a green card, please. I can't do it anymore, man. I've got, like, what's that thing called? When you really miss something? Like, I've got a detachment issue. I've got a detachment issue from America. Like, it's hurting me inside. I don't feel good, okay? Guys, who's lending us a hand? Anyone got a private jet? They want to fly over, come and pick up me, Shana and Perry? That would be great, Americans. Any of you got any ideas to help me? Look how beautiful the sky looks behind me. Yeah? But it's not as beautiful as America, is it?
I'm now in the seat, ready to take off to go to London at P1. What are you saying, Kurt?
Oh, this guy going on FaceTime. Papa dog.
It's not FaceTime, bro.
Papa dog. Well done.
It's in my vlog. You ready for this 10-hour flight?
I'm ready still.
I'm touchdown in the UK. Fuck, man. This is hella depressing story. Just got off the plane. I'm now on the train with P1 Ski. Depressing times, man. I miss Miami already. I miss Texas already, even though Texas I didn't really like. But Miami, America. I need to come back.
Flying out again, bro.
Yeah, I'm flying out again, bro. But the comments need to decide where I should fly next. Where should I fly next? Where do you think we should go next?
I personally feel like you should go Thailand.
Thailand? Ooh, that's a good... Yeah, Thailand will be seeing me this year, 100%.
It was an absolute pleasure coming to the USA. And one thing that I really loved was how different it is to any other country I've been to before. The one thing that stood out the most was the people being so nice and very welcoming. and especially the food. You see me, I love my food, and if there's good food there, I'm coming back. I'm gonna run back. The fruit tastes so good. The peach, the watermelon. I can't forget the 4th of July. It's even better than I expected. I had a pre-party. I proper fixed up my apartment to make it look like the 4th of July was happening for the first time. I had balloons, I had banners, I had USA signs, I had USA plates, I had USA cups. Literally, I had USA donuts, USA cupcakes. Everything was decorated with USA, USA, because I've got to celebrate the right way, and I think I've done the USA justice. In my eyes, I did anyway. But thank you guys for having me, and I'll be back very soon.
We are back in, as you can see, windy and drizzly Scotland, but we have had a very spectacular welcome home. I'll show you that in just a second. But yes, here we are. We are back in rainy, drizzly, windy Scotland after a week in Florida. I had a great time when I was there. America, I love you. Let me show you what Scotland did to welcome me home. Wait till you see this. Absolutely incredible. It's one of the most defined rainbows I've ever seen in my life. Stunning. And that's the benefits of living on the east coast of Scotland. There's never a dull moment. Well, it's always dull, because it's always pissing with rain. But we'll gloss over that. Have a good day, folks.
I'm just going to put it out there. Once you have been traveling around America for a substantial amount of time, when you come home, it is a very strange and slightly, truthfully, depressing feeling, okay? Traveling around America really opened up my eyes, really allowed me to see how I could be living and just how many opportunities there are and how many different amazing places there are, all in one country. Like, since I've been back home in the UK, I haven't felt like myself, which sounds so crazy. I now live for that adventure, that crazy lifestyle, that meeting new people, seeing new people every day, and I just long for it. And in America, it is so amazing. Seriously, Americans, what have you done to me? I need to come back. October, end of October, back in America. I can't wait. It's really kerfuffled me, man. Coming home from America, it has kerfuffled me.
It's actually so hard to put it into words what it feels like. I don't really know what I was expecting to feel, but when we landed and we were driving through the familiar streets of where I'm from, I didn't feel like it was home. I didn't feel like I was home. I just felt like it was familiar, which definitely caught me off guard. There were little things as well as I was there that made me feel like I didn't really belong there anymore. I was going into like coffee shops to order myself a coffee, and without knowing it, I was doing my Americanisms. And by that, I mean, you know, smiling and saying, hi, how are you? Going to order and kind of like not getting anything back. So I'd say like, hi, morning, how are you? They're like, oh, what would you like? And you're like, oh, can I have a da-da-da-da, please? And they're like, sure. What milk do you want? And then the milks that they had weren't the same. Like, the coffee shop that I went to didn't have almond milk. I was like, America would never do that to me. Even the coffee shop, I was like, oh, have a good one. And honestly, this woman that served me looked at me like I was on crack. Like, I don't even think she said hello to me when I went in there, to be honest. And for the first time, I realised, oh, I actually really miss just American hospitality and American service. To eat at restaurants, for example, and we weren't getting offered a water when we sat down. You know, we were waiting for the lady to come and take our drinks order for like over 15 minutes. And these are things that I'm just not used to anymore. And it sounds so silly, but you really take them for granted when you're here. And I guess that's because of tips, but I really appreciate it. And I'm not saying that everyone was miserable and not friendly. I was surprised. I was like, oh my God, how friendly were they? And it was really nice. But again, I felt like I wasn't one of them. When I'm here in America, I'm not an American because obviously constantly I get complimented on my accent, for example. So I came away from the whole thing feeling a little bit like, and I'm not really like a local to either place. Now, there are times where we were just walking around places that I have literally seen my whole entire life. I was looking at the houses and looking at the area and thinking, this is so beautiful, and I found a new appreciation for where I'm from. The houses are just stunning and exactly what you'd think of in like an English storybook. But also going home made me solidify the fact that I am very, very happy here in the US, and I definitely don't want to move back, which was really good for us because it just meant that we can be sure in our decision again. We aren't missing the land, we're not missing the area, we miss people. Happy here, and I feel like we fit in better here, particularly my husband. People were just like, oh Ollie, you're so American, like laughing at him. A meal with all his friends to like reunite with them, and guess where he booked? A American smokehouse barbecue restaurant and had brisket. So that tells you all you need to know. I'm so happy to be back.
I have been exploring London now for 2 days, and this is what has shocked me. I haven't had any nice conversations. Not many people walking around London with a smile on their face, even though the sun is shining. And now I'm used to America, and in America, everybody wants to have a chat, everybody's friendly, and the energy is genuinely pretty high. Like right now, everybody has got misery written all over their face. And I don't really understand it. Most of them are tourists. Should you not be in a good mood, right? No, I don't really understand. Get me back to America where people are fucking friendly. People love having a chat, man. I can't do it. I'm too social for London. I'm too social, like. And where people are actually socialising in London is the pubs and bars. But it's not a nice socialising, it's a rowdy, judgmental socialising. But look at the views. Look at the views. Shard. It's a beautiful day.
After 2 months in America, I am officially back in the UK. If you couldn't tell already by this absolutely miserable weather, this is what a typical summer's day looks like over here. But yeah, what an insane trip. And what a beautiful country America is. I feel like a lot of people are put off from going to America at the moment because their views on politics or whatnot. We were warned beforehand, are you sure you want to go at the moment? Is this really a good time? But that didn't affect us at all. We went over there to see the natural beauty of the country, the landscapes, the national parks, and that is what we got. And you can't deny that America is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. And I'm so glad that we went over there. And not just that, but the interactions with you guys. Everyone we spoke to was so welcoming, so supportive, so keen to hear what we've been up to. We've gained over 10,000 followers since being in America. And all of the comments and messages and even emails I've been getting have been insane. I was not expecting this sort of reaction. I've had people saying, you can come stay with us, stay with our family, come have food if you're in this area. It's been unreal. Everyone over there is so nice. And I really hope you guys stick around. Now that I've seen some of your country, hopefully you want to see some of the UK. I've got a few upcoming trips already planned, and the UK is beautiful. It's very different to America. I know I've already complained about the weather, but there is a lot to offer here, and if you want to see that, then stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for such an amazing time in America.
Let's talk about post-New York depression and coming back to London. Yay! So I just spent 4 months in New York and had the best 4 months of my life. Let me tell you the hardest thing I found about coming back to London. The people. The people in New York, they're so welcoming within your first conversation. People say that New Yorkers aren't nice, but they've never been to London. They're just comparing it to the rest of America. And when you speak to someone for the first time, they welcome you with open arms and ask you where you're from, and they engage in conversation and push you further. So it's so easy to make friends there. And even after you've met them once, they'll invite you out straight away for a coffee, for a drink, for a meal. You know, it's all part of the culture there. In London, people are often sad or a bit shy. And Brits are nice, but they've always got this first layer that you have to break through. And it can take months to break through that first layer and to call someone a new friend. Whereas in New York, they're just going to shout you straight away. Secondly, your money just disappears in New York because people can't afford to live in such a nice place. They're out every night of the week. I know people that haven't cooked in years. They just eat out every night because they're out and about, and that's just the culture there. Also, compared to London, if your friend lives in West London, you live in East London, there's a good chance you're not going to see them for 6 months because it's such a trek, like an hour. But in New York, you never really travel more than 25 minutes. So everyone's just out and about all the time, and it's so easy to meet up with people, even if you're hungover and you can't be bothered, because it's just a short journey. So the party just continues, the socialising just continues. So wish me luck getting over my post-New York depression, because I found it pretty difficult so far, only after a week being back in London, but we'll see what happens. Miss you though, New York City.
So I'm back in the UK and I'm already fucking depressed. When you go from this to this to this. Oh, and this. This place is depressing. I've not even been in 24 hours. I need to go back.
Alright guys, right now, I'm going back to the UK. I've been in Miami for 4 weeks, been in Houston for 2 weeks. My plane is right there. I just want to say, big up America, man.
Probably wondering, why is this my dream place? I've been seeing Miami on YouTube, TikTok. The edits. I've always wanted to come here.
I love you lot a lot. You lot have shown me so much support since I've been here. I'll be real, I don't want to leave. I'm actually gonna cry. This is real. I've been here for over a month. I think I've been here for 2 months. So I genuinely feel like crying. Like, yeah, man. Leaving America. Finally. There's been a time, man. There's been a time. I'll keep it a stat. I've been enjoying myself. There's been ups and lows. There's been a lot of support from you guys. One thing Americans know how to do is support people. Whether it's money, advice, anything. You guys are great. Guys, I've just landed back in the UK. As you can see, I'll be real. I'm back in London. Got content coming soon.
Not enough people talk about this. Going from America to the UK, when you get to the UK, it's so depressing. Don't get me wrong, I love being in the UK because that's where my family is, that's where my home is. But the vibe of being in the UK just doesn't hit the same being in the US. America was so bright, colourful, everybody was happy, everybody's so friendly. And now I'm back in the UK and it's just gloomy, dull, depressing. Everybody's miserable. But there is a positive. It means I can't wait to go back to America. I can't wait to go to Canada. I can't wait to go to all of these different places in the world and explore life while I'm young. You best believe it won't be long till I go back to America.
It's finally that time. Me and bro are going back to the UK. Finally leaving America. Sad times. I don't want to leave. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually don't want to leave, but we're hearing it, so we have to leave. So I'm even upset we have to leave. Bullet. Genuinely, like, I feel like I've been here for like a year. I think I've been here for like 3 weeks and a half so far. Literally. Back to the miserable UK. It's gonna be raining. Today even beefing in Spanish. They're beefing in Spanish. Puta madre, puta madre, put. Oh, I think that's a bit too loud. But yeah, leaving right now. Going back to the UK. I feel like it's about time. Do you know what it is? I feel like holidays are like hotels. You can stay in hotels and APs as long as you want, but eventually you have to go home. You have to go home. So yeah, we're about to just check in right now, and yeah. Da-da-da. If you're asking why we're wearing jackets, you're in America, it's so hot. No, it's not. It's in the evening, so it's not going to be hot. It's very cold actually, but yeah, we're leaving now.
So I've just returned to the UK from a wonderful trip. I'm super lucky. I've been away. But it's that fear back to the reality of the UK that makes the return so bad because, you know, on arrival back, so I flew into Stansted and it was disorganised chaos the minute literally as I stepped off the plane, you knew I was back in the UK. There were, you know how we love a bit of tape here to tape off areas. You know, you make your way through the slalom of tape everywhere. It was chaos getting off the plane. You know, the stairs didn't arrive. Nothing worked. Both the escalators were out. So everyone was having to go up the stairs. You know, you got old people struggling with luggage. And I just thought, wow, really back in the UK where nothing works. And then, you know, as you're coming through and then another plane kind of exits at the same time and you're all crushed into a corridor, all kind of walking along together to get to the passport control. Somehow coming off of a plane that I met was a guy who was so drunk. This guy could barely walk. He's stumbling, he's swearing, he's calling everyone expletives. This guy's just got off a plane. And I'm like, only in the UK could this happen. He's then sort of congregated with a load of school kids that have coming out, that have been away on a trip. He's then saying to the kids all these swear words. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then he was escorted off by someone, you know, no doubt. The funny thing was, we're all queuing, you know, to get through passport control. The guy who's drunk and is swearing was escorted round. You know, he got to the passport control first before the rest of us mugs that were queuing up because he was drunk and disorderly. No doubt he got escorted out, got given a taxi that they probably paid for to take him back to whatever hovel he'd come out of. You know, so it's things like that. And it's just the feeling of being trapped in the UK. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm imprisoned here because since Brexit, you know, we're only allowed to go to Europe for 90 days. We're no longer left with the option to move there. And my God, most of us want to get out of this absolute crap hole that we're all living in. And it's just that feeling of just, you know, being so trapped and controlled. It's just the most awful feeling. And, you know, I've said in my other videos, I used to love the UK when I was younger. It was like the best place to grow up. You know, it was just wonderful. And I loved going to London. Who the hell wants to go to London now? I watched a program about a girl who just literally was sitting with her bag in between her feet, having a lunch, you know, young girl. And some complete lowlife came along and just literally, the way they do it, slid it out from beneath her legs and he was gone. And, you know, she was like, you can't, you know, your fear of being shot, stabbed, drug raped, needles in... Like, I've got a child, you know, when she goes out, I've got a fear of her being injected in the back and thrown into the boot of a car and driven off somewhere. What the hell? I just want out. Like, I just want out of this place. And I know that most of us do. It's just, yeah, it's horrible. And the return back from when you've been away and, you know, those places are, everyone's so much more polite. Everyone seems to care about each other more. They care about their environment. You know, they look after where they live. They you know, they're not dirty. Like a lot of people here just don't really give a shit. And I just feel like we live in amongst so many scumbags. Yeah, it's just not a good place to be. And I know that every day. But it's just magnified 100,000 times when you come back from somewhere that is nice. And then you come back here and you realise this place is not nice.
After looking through all these reactions, it is not difficult to understand why so many British visitors continue to think about America long after returning home. Most people tend to assume that the hardest part of a holiday is the journey to reach their destination. However, for many travelers, the most difficult moment is actually when it is time to head home. What they miss is not only the famous landmarks, but also countless ordinary, everyday details. It might be the cheerful conversations with complete strangers, the genuine friendliness and hospitality, or supermarkets so enormous that they feel like tourist attractions in their own right. It might also be the food that stays in their memories, the seemingly endless stretches of road, and the sense of excitement that comes from knowing each day will bring an entirely new experience. It is often these seemingly simple moments that become the most lasting memories. Of course, every country has its own unique appeal. Britain has a proud and extensive history, beautiful countryside, and many traditions that cannot be found anywhere else. America, meanwhile, has a distinctive energy, scale, and cultural identity that many visitors cannot fully appreciate until they experience it for themselves. This is not about deciding which country is better, but about recognizing how travel can change the way we see the world. Sometimes, the place from which you expect the least becomes the one you find hardest to leave behind. That is exactly what happened to many of the British travelers featured in today's video. They initially arrived in America with a sense of curiosity, but when they left, they took countless unforgettable memories with them. It was only after returning home that they realized something they had never considered before. America had left a far deeper impression on them than they could ever have imagined. For many of them, It was not really a farewell. It was more like a promise. We will definitely be back, and now we would love to hear your stories. If you are British, what was the first thing you missed after leaving America? Was it the food, the people, the enormous supermarkets, the long road trips, or something completely different? And if you are American, what do you think visitors are most likely to fall in love with first about your country? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We always try to read as many comments as possible, and we particularly enjoy the conversations between people on both sides of the Atlantic. If you enjoyed today's video, do not forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you do not miss any of our future content. Every week, we bring you genuine reactions from British people, culture shock moments, travel stories, and everyday experiences that help viewers gain a better understanding of what life in America looks like from a British perspective. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again in the next episode.